Big Breakfast News, 8:05. Back to Johnny and Liza now for the newspaper review.
It's his job.
Oh, it's his job?
Oh, I'm having murder with him today,
Do you know what? Thank you very much, Phil Gale. You're being marvellous this morning, Phil.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely marvellous. Stop pouting, Phil. That was a big pout you just did then. Phil Gale, ladies and gentlemen, he pouts.
He sure does.
Our pouting newsreader. Do you know what? I can hear her cry.
Read all about it!
Read all about it! Let's take a look at the fun-packed papers. I think the Sunday papers actually have used up all the big stories, leaving the dailies today with very little to go on. But anyway, we've got I Know Where Susie's Buried. This is an ex-girlfriend of a convicted rapist and murderer. Says she knows where the body of Susie Lamplugh is buried. You might remember estate agent Susie Lamplugh disappeared 13 years ago after meeting up with the mysterious Mr. Kipper. I think she was an estate agent, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
But that's a new story on that. The Mail. Every hospital in body parts probe. After the outcry over practices at the Alderhay Hospital in Liverpool, where organs were removed from dead children without parents' permission, all hospitals will have to say if they've done the same. I don't know where I stand on that morally. Let's move on to the Star. Now, the Star have done something outrageous this morning. This was a really bold decision by them to say he hates Man United and she says Spice songs suck. And there is the picture there, I thought, of David Beckham and Victoria. You're thinking, that is an amazing headline. In fact, it's not them. This is their lookalikes who said this.
Looky-likey.
So you open it up, and in fact, they haven't interviewed Posh or Beckham. It's two of their lookalikes talking. He says he hates Man United. She says she doesn't like the Spice Girls. But I mean, once you start doing this, what's next? You know, I mean, you just have a Prince lookalike on the cover. It just pictures says, I need to kill. Why I need to suck blood. And you go inside and it goes, says Prince lookalike. I mean, the sky's the limit with it.
It does make it a bit of a comic, doesn't it?
It does make it a bit of a... I mean, you know, there is a sense of fun. They have made a point, like, fooled you inside. They've gone with a very small photograph of them in there, because once you look at the match, they don't... Well, they look a bit like... They've got the same hair and everything. What they do is they compare David Beckham with his lookalike, Andy Harmer. For instance, football medals, Premier League, FA Cup, European Cup, Intercontinental Cup, has earned more than 20 England caps. That's David Beckham. Lookalike, won top prize in ball juggling contest at Brighton Summer Camp. Yeah, once you start reading the comparison, you wonder, frankly, what is the point of this? It says, home, luxury £300,000 flat in Cheshire and £2.5 million 7-bedroom mansion in Hertfordshire. Andy, home, rented 1-bedroom flat above his mum's shop in Eastport. I mean, what's the point? But the very last one is even worse. It says, pals, celebs including Elton John and George Michael. Andy Harmer, pals, best mate is insurance clerk Lee McGreevy.
Morning, Lee.
Morning, Lee. Great to know everything. That's fantastic to know about. Do you know what? I'm going to get in there now. It's a dangerous trend, though, in front-page reporting. First one for you here. Extraordinary story winging its way to us here from Namibia. Cook, Adolf Fritzman. It's really died out as a boy's name, Adolf, hasn't it?
I can't understand why.
I don't know why. I don't know what's happened, but since about 45, not a lot of you won't find many people under the age of 60 daring to call their kids Adolf.
Except in Namibia.
Except in Namibia, where cook Adolf Fritzman has admitted serving up his cheating wife as pork cutlets at a hotel restaurant.
Cutlets?
It's such a tasty word, isn't it?
You see, if that was on the menu, I don't think I could resist it.
Of course you couldn't. Just
Well,
to
have a
say,
succulent cutlet.
oh, have you got a cutlet? Yes, I'm afraid I'm only serving my wife. But is it in cutlets? Yes. Ooh. Cutlets, you say? There's just something so tasty about cutlets. It's hard to say it without spitting in someone's face with your cutlets.
What would be your perfect accompaniment with a cutlet?
With the cutlets and mint sauce. Oh, mint sauce and with cutlets. Apple sauce. Had some this weekend.
A little bit of mash.
They tried to call it pomme puree. But I knew it was apple sauce, just like I knew the creme anglaise was custard. Come on, bring it on. But anyway, Adolf fled when guests complained their meat was too tough and didn't taste like pork. They were suspicious. They liked the cutlets, they said it's not pork. He told a court in Swakopmund in Namibia. That's how it should be pronounced, actually. I went mad with jealousy when I found out she had a lover. I beat her over the head with a frying pan and then kept bits of her body in the freezer. I disposed of her body by serving her up bit by bit to the guests. They didn't like her either. And they complained about the taste. But,
I mean, we're laughing because it doesn't seem real to us here, does it?
But also, often comedy is tragedy plus distance.
Well, exactly. If I'd have had one of those cutlets, I think I'd be laughing on the other side of my face.
Yeah, exactly. If you had a human cutlet.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's one of those things, because I tell you what, though, if you had eaten human, I'm not being funny, and this will be controversial, but a lot of people, let's face it, when you hear those cases of someone eating a human, you do want them, you wish they kind of go, yeah, what does it taste like? Come on then, what does it taste like? And everyone is slightly cheating. It's always, well, a bit like chicken, really. Any strange meat on this earth is always, well, it's a bit like chicken, except it's a bit more gamey and a bit stringier. Yeah. Anyway, here's a great shot today. This is the Transport Secretary, of course, our man. And also the Big Breakfast Cesar. Oh, look at him.
Look at his eyes.
Look at his eyes.
Look at his eyes.
The Big Breakfast Cesar, hands off Prezza. All right. Look at him there. I think, you know, if you work in the transport business, if you are a bus driver, pardon me, a bit of Windy Pops have covered it up magnificently.
A white van owner.
A white van. This isn't, the Sun haven't done this as a cut out and keep. A cut out and display in your window. But I reckon if you work anywhere in transport, cut that out and display it. Yeah. Don't you think? Because look at him. Then you can say, that is my leader. That is who influences me as I nod off.
He is
look
cream crackers.
He's knackered, isn't he?
He's got one of them little one-sleep vagabond vans, hasn't he?
What's the one-sleep
vagabond?
vagabond?
He's got rid of the 2 Jags.
Oh, has he got rid of the 2 Jags?
Yeah, and he's now just got those... It just sleeps one with a little kitchen
area. Oh,
I
love that. Got a little kitchenette.
Yeah, lovely. Up and down the A1.
With his wife just cooking away in the kitchenette long. Keeping her with her hair just rubbing against the ceiling.
Make us a sandwich.
You have to put the big false top up on top when she's cooking so her perm stays in there. But look at what I like about John Press. Johnny washes. He definitely. Well, we keep a close eye on his hair. He washes his hair every day. He's got that very fine hair that really shows the grease. But look at him there. John Prescott, we've considered him enough.
He's immaculate.
Cardboard. John Prescott, we can't clap him as well. They want to get rid of him. I think he's marvellous. He reminds us all the time that humans aren't perfect. And he's a great reminder of that.
He loves you, doesn't he?
Well, I love him
He's
as well.
beginning, though, to hate you.
Is he? I don't know. When Crime Prevention Officer Andy Blackmore was faced with a rash of break-ins at a hotel car park, he went back to the drawing board. He had a life-size picture of a police car pasted onto a hoarding, which was then placed near the entrance of the Forte Post House hotel near Rotham, Maidstone, Kent. The result was a dramatic reduction in car crime.
Genius.
It is genius, isn't it? I mean, I think you should be able to get like a cut-out and keep security hut. Because it's going to be just about as much of a deterrent as the real thing anyway, in terms of actual movement. You need a flat pack hut, photo of a man with clip-on tie, smoking roll-up, Puzzler magazine there, a blue light just shimmering like that underneath for that TV effect. Because when they're really hard at work, you've always got that. And also maybe a smoke machine just wafting a bit of old Holman out there.
Nice.
Suggesting
Would you go for
criminal
puzzler
past.
or word search?
Puzzler's got good word searches in it, but it's always Vorderman and diagonally, you know that. Drivers to face stand on one leg drugs test. Motorists suspected of taking drugs will be asked to walk along a straight line or to stand on one leg, and the police test will be introduced next year. It's not a test. Do you know what I think is the best test? You know, certainly sort of something like marijuana, is if the one officer's talking like that to the person they've stopped.
Yeah.
In the background, the other one's just making toast. Oh. Just see how distracted he is by it. Just can't. The toast! Perhaps a good test. You know, just a little test there. Just rustling chocolate there in the front.
What have you got?
You know, a good test perhaps for more Class A subs, and just the policeman just says to him, do you know what, you're my best pal. Just see how well he responds to it. Oh, I love you too, mate. Oh, I love you. And that's nicked. Or just make them dance and see how long they can go on for. If they're obviously dancing by the roadside just to the flashing police light for more than 6 hours, nick them. How about this? Scholars uncover oldest map in the Western world. Scholars discovered the Western world's oldest surviving map, a 1-metre-long cartographic manuscript dating from the 1st century BC, drawn in black ink on an ancient Egyptian papyrus paper. It is the only substantial map to have survived from the classical world, and they say it appears to depict Spain. They don't know yet. Have a look anyway at the...
I love a map.
So there it is. That's roughly the... And what we've done here is the Big Breakfast, just to try and find out if it is Spain or not. And I've got some good news for scientists throughout the world. The Big Breakfast apply the technology. See that circled area?
Yeah.
We've used our technology here to magnify that area to discover it could be Spain or not. Just that area there. So this is what it looks like more close up. Have a look here. And you can see there's English bar. There's all-day fish and chip. You've got Lineker's there. I suggest that is Spain. It looks British enough to be Spain. Do you know what? It's the pun down, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Star story. Number 3 in the pun parade. Teenagers' nightmare Christmas presents are CDs from grandparents. It is a great gag, though. It is a great gag. Just, oh, he likes pop music, I'll just get him a CD, regardless of what he likes. It's a great... I've had uncles that used to do that when I was a kid, and I think it's an important part of growing up. Anyway, the pun's great
remember,
pun.
kids, our price will take them back off you.
Yeah, they will. Cash refunds. Actually, it's not cash, is it? Is it
No,
cash?
it's not. It's a strict swap.
I love cash refunds.
You'll be very
You can't go wrong with a
them
cash
anyway.
refund. It's such a downer saying, oh, we'll put it back on your credit card. No, just give me cash. Just give us the cash.
Give me some more.
Anyway, the pun says, disc gruntled.
Very nice.
There is a great trick, actually, which one of my other uncles does. What he always does is he'll always buy presents that are too old for a young kid and too young for, like, a 14-year-old. Always gets it slightly wrong. Teddies for 14-year-olds. Something like an air pistol for the very young that you know is going to just get taken off them straight away. They just see it on Christmas Day, get all excited, but you're not having that. And that goes away. So it's a lovely trick. 2, Telegraph story. A washing machine can be controlled on the internet. You can now control your washing machine, tell it when to start and stop down the internet. Worries me because if someone hacks into your washing machine, they could mix up your colours and things. They could boil wash your knitwear if they don't like you, end up with jumpers that big. It can be dangerous. The pun says, machine puts washing online. We saw the similar pun last week. It's good pun, it's good pun, good pun, good pun, good pun. It's a nice pun, it's a good pun. 1 star story. A chef living near a loch in Scotland. No, a chef served up his wife... a papyrus. A chef ate a papyrus near a loch.
And the pun says...
And the pun says... No, a chef served up his wife to customers. Do you know what? Occasionally there's a pun that has such purity that you can only point to your forehead because it's like being shot with a diamond-tipped bullet. The pun says, meet the wife. I know that my Redeemer liveth. Lisa, what else we got coming up in the
Well,
show?
after the break, Coxie is going upstairs for more with Arnold.
What?
But in the meantime, if you'd like to win a state-of-the-art